Hey there. I want to talk for a second because I do see more content creators coming online. I am so happy that you are here. I'm so happy that you are here. I don't know if you're going to see this video. Some people kind of wonder, they're like, Olivia, you could have made content sooner, and you could have racked up all these subscribers. And I'm going to talk to you guys about why I did not do that. Access and privilege are things I have been familiar with my entire life. And I've made other videos about my family members, their colorism, their anti-blackness, and their sort of like talented 10th mentality. Now, a lot of this has to do with like darker skin and, curlier, like dark skin and curly hair are like the devil, in the community. Where I come from, those two characteristics will make you non-human, right? Like if you have those two things in my family, you are not only not a human, you are not worthy of air or food or a bed, just not education, nothing. But that's not reality, right? And it's just based in racism and hate. Like literally there's so many examples of black women who are so fucking beautiful, who have extremely dark complected skin and who are way more attractive than me. But like I know what I am. I am acceptable to white America. So the reason that I did not come online was because I wanted other black women online to be like, there's none of us, and to feel like there's none of us. So I need to be present. I needed darker women, like darker hued women with really thick hair and like gorgeous faces and incredible bodies to feel like, oh my God, I want to see myself represented, and then start channels talking about how they're not represented. And that's what I was waiting for. So now that I found it, we've got lip gloss, we've got Izzy, we've got Chizzy, we've got so many examples at this point. We've got Jackie. Okay, now these black women are getting their coins. Now these black women are getting what they deserve, because those women are the shit. You should go follow those women. I have been here. I had shit. I was born with a silver spoon. And everyone can be mad and have their feelings because they feel like black women shouldn't have shit. But like I've said on multiple other videos, there have been black people who have had shit, and I've been one of them. And I just feel like there's over-representation of me. Like, y'all see Yara Shahidi out here. Literally, the bitch took my whole story. I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I'm not even upset. That story deserves to be told. I was just going to try to tell it in a way that was very equitable. Like, I wanted to tell it in the started from the bottom way. I wanted to tell it in the Best Buy way, where I just go get the camera and I kind of figure out how to use it, and I understand angles, and I just do it from the ground up. That was my niche. It is my niche. I want the Issa Rae story for a girl like me. Even with all the access, like I could easily just go use my network, okay, to go play nice, okay, and be respectable to get somebody to sponsor some shit for me. But I don't want to do that. And the reason why is because I want people out there who are the outcasts, who are the counterculture, who are the people who other people are like, she's canceled, she's ugly, she's a nigger, she's poor. They've said all type of shit about me. She's a whore, she's dirty, she's blah, blah, blah. They'll say anything. They will say any and everything. And because they're not only will they say it about me, they're going to say it about you too. And I want you to know, I'm going to demonstrate to you how you get through it. Because this is what people don't show you, especially like where and how I grew up. Y'all don't understand how brutal white girls are. Like, y'all have never dealt with middle-class white girls. Like, they're the worst. They will skin you for bones. I can't explain. They will exploit your secrets. They'll kill your mother for an Instagram like. It's not the same. There's no equity or like, I don't know, conscience, nothing. Like, it's like the white gays and the Karens will like watch you die so that they can write a book. That's their whole purpose of being alive. They don't care about you surviving as a human. Let's not even talk about like having children or being a member of society. Fuck all that shit. That doesn't exist in Karenville. And in terms of the white gaze, it's not a thing. I want to show you guys the other side. Now I feel like we don't have like over representation, but we have enough representation at this point. We've got Willow Smith, who's out here telling you the story of being a bisexual girl in Hollywood. She is now thoroughly, that is her lane, because that is who she is. And you guys can feel whatever way you feel about it, but I couldn't tell that story because that's not my story. Brie, on the other hand, that is her story. And I don't know why, but like a lot of people try to pull black girls into bisexuality. It's very strange. Like, not some of us are just like dick fiends. Like, that's my story. I am like a heterosexual dick fiend. I like men. I like attractive men. I like rich men. I like tall men. I like confident men. The spectrum is wide. Okay, I feel like right now I'm being thirsty after Brad Pitt. He's sexy as a motherfucker, and I'm going to, how can we put this? There's the future, and I can see myself in Brad Pitt's California home. Let's just say that. We'll put it that way. I was born to be on his arm, and I was confused before, but now I'm not. So you can go watch I have 1,000 videos on this channel at this point. You can go watch the others if you wish to unpack my confusion, because you might feel some of that confusion too. You might question who you are. You might be like, oh, I'm too fat. I've been fat too. You see the other videos where I'm fat. You might be too thin. You see the other videos where I'm underweight. I've been overweight, underweight, dressed poorly, impoverished, at lavish parties, being flued out, being not flued out, having tech jobs, not being unemployed, okay, having an apartment, not having, I've had it all. It's all things come and go. And what's real is your lived experience. And here's what I want to talk to you black creators about. Now, some of you guys are into soft life, lavish life, blah, blah, blah life, whatever life that you're trying to convey online. I would encourage you to think about your real life. Not in a joking way, but in a serious way. Because what we have right now is an international community. There are people, if you're in America, first of all, realize you have privilege because your story is just getting started. Okay, if you're in America, whatever your current situation is, you're one video away from going viral and one opportunity away from having the life that you've always dreamed of. Now, I know this because I've lived this. I just haven't showcased it to you guys. Some of you guys, if you've been here through my Instagram accounts, you've actually seen it. But I think another thing what I've tried to do, and maybe I shouldn't have done that because it was kind of evil, but basically the issue here in America with black Americans specifically is there are people, specifically like white billionaires, who've created programs, anti-poverty programs targeted at black Americans. And what has happened is like people of color and specifically immigrants have actually taken those slots and taken up those programs. And I've known this and I've seen this and I've optimized on that. So what I did was basically pretend that I was poor and, you know, in some cases, like literally lied on applications or faked or tried to pretend like, this is why y'all see me all the time in like flip-flops and sweats, the same pair of sweats every day. So just so you don't know what I have in my closet, like I've got Givenchy, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all that shit in my closet, all type of diamonds and pearls. Like you guys weren't here when I literally tossed $10,000 diamonds into the toilet at Kaiser when my mom made me mad. You guys haven't been here for this online. There were real people in the hospital who were like, she's extra crazy because she literally just flushed down the toilet $10,000 diamonds, and I did that. That's something real that happened. Now, it's a story people who work in the hospital tell each other. If you were there, you can tell that story. I didn't publicly tell it online until right now. That's something that really happened, but a lot of you guys are looking at people with rhinestones, fake dresses, plastic surgery faces, the friends of people who like rent homes, of people who actually have money. Like, here's the thing. People who actually have money kind of don't want you to know because they don't want you to steal from them. As y'all see, like, niggas be out here stealing. They're trying to figure out who has shit so they can go steal it. And that's what's really happening. Like, if you're smart, you wouldn't want to be a target of thieves. So if you pretend like you're the common man, they will look at you and they'll be like, oh, she doesn't have shit, and they'll just leave you alone. Now that was my whole gimmick for like 12 years. I feel like only now is it finally catching up to me, because I have like a whole, blog, and there's like 1,000 YouTube videos right now. You can't get that far when your name is on like the roster at conferences. You're like a speaker, and they're like, all right, she ain't that broke. I was like, all right, fine. I can't play the poverty card anymore, so let me pick a new card. So here's the card. Let me just tell you my real story. I've had a lot of privilege, and I'll have a lot more. Doesn't matter how many times you try to cancel me. It doesn't matter how many secrets that you display. I've told all my secrets. Okay, what you are telling are lies. You're telling lies. If there was something that I did that I was ashamed of, I already told it 6 months ago in therapy, and those have been released already. Go find one of the videos in the therapy playlist. I've thoroughly unpacked that shit already. There is not a secret that you have about me that I have not already told. The Finstagram account is live. That one is hot right now in India, in Pakistan, and in North Africa. So those secrets have already been told. You just don't know because I closed the account. It's not you. I'm trying to give an opportunity to bloggers there to create a space for themselves. When they feel the need to tell that story, they will, because they have receipts. They still have access to those accounts, and they can tell that story. But I don't think that some American blogger deserves the right to tell those stories. I just don't. I don't. You can feel how you feel, and you can keep following Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott and Kim Kardashian and whoever, because y'all think that those are the people who are interesting and those are the people who are beautiful, and you feel that way. I'm not going to stop you. You follow who you follow. Here's the truth. Black Americans are here to stay. And there's some pretty fucking attractive Black Americans, and we have shit. A lot of shit. And there's nothing you can do to take our shit away from us. There's no exploitation or cancel culture that will stop us from thriving. Because just with nothing else, we can take our Black American culture and go to another. I'm going to go to Europe. Why? Because there's so many experiences and so many stories that I could personally tell in Europe that none of you bitches will be able to tell. Like, you bitches from the third world, you can't tell the story because nobody believes you, and they know that you're poor right away just from the way that you behave and you act. I know because I've talked to Europeans about this, and they laugh at you. They say, like, why are you dressed like that? Why do you talk like that? It's cultural appropriation. It's ridiculous. We have entire conversations about this, and you guys think it's just funny. You keep rolling around with diamonds and Benzes as if we don't know what real wealth is. We do. The joke is actually on you, honey. Like, it's not on us. The joke is on you. Maybe one day people will realize that whatever position that you are in right now, there's some other person, and probably not just one, there could be many people who want to be in the position that you are in right now. Even if you feel like you're struggling, there's someone who's trying to know what you know. Be where you are. Have the experience that you've had right now, or something that you've already grown through. There's someone who wants to know. And right now you have this prime opportunity to be here and to like help someone else. Now I see a lot of Black women like Kimberly from Fort Harriet. She's doing that. Chrissy with the pink pill or the pink pill, and then also Chrissy's channel, they're doing that. Lip gloss, she's doing that. It's like we are moving forward. Well, I actually think Meg Thee Stallion's new product, I saw some of her new project, I saw some of her visuals for the new project talking about basically the exploitation of Black women and how at every step there's always all these people who are standing in your way of growth. So it had these visuals of like knives going in your back, and that's real, because it's like every time you try to take a step forward, there's like 12 people. There's Black men, there's niggers, there's bitches, there's other people. Every step you try to take, there's somebody who's like literally sitting there tearing you down. You're like trying to grow, and they like won't accept the fact that you are a work in progress. Like, they just won't accept it. And they'll stay with the story from last week, and they'll like exploit your failure. It's like everyone has flaws. Every single person has flaws. Exploiting someone's flaws isn't useful. unpacking and critiquing how they're moving forward is useful. And you could do that. Be a part of the solution. If someone is out here fucking up, if they're out here doing wrong, if they are out here being racist, being like homophobic, instead of looking and laughing, correct them. Or don't. But don't sit there making a mockery of them being awful, because it's like, it's just not help. How does that help anyone in the future? It doesn't. This is why some of y'all are out here thinking like Sabrina Claudio is some fucking hero for being anti-black. Y'all got a whole community of Latinas thinking it's hot out here to be anti-black. You know what the truth is? You're just making more content for the Ann Coulter blog. Like, no, there are no Europeans who are looking up here to Latinas being like, we think you're more beautiful than us. That is not a thing, and it will never, ever, 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 never in life, ever, ever be a thing. Because, like, white supremacy is real, and in no world is Sabrina Claudio white. She is, like, Latina. She is, like, lighter complexioned. She is forever going to be exotic. That's not a bad thing. She's, like, great. She's like, you know, in the same category of Beyonce being exotic and Shakira being exotic and MIA being exotic. Every single person who is not white is exotic. Sabrina Claudio is that. But she ain't white. And I guarantee you, no matter how far the community of underrepresented minorities grow in this country, there will still be at least 40% of the country who is white. And I mean like white, like waspy white. Even if all the crackheads, the Lana Del Reys die off, there will be more Taylor Swifts, okay? There will be more Hayley Williams. There will always be at least like a good 50% of the population. That's a majority in terms of one group. So we can say that like the majority will be non-white, but y'all don't understand, like, in terms of communities of color, we hate each other, okay? Like, even among the African and black diaspora, we don't get along. This is why we literally put Habesha in terms of, like, the Habesha community. Eritreans and Ethiopians fucking hate each other. There's civil wars happening right now. We don't even like each other. We can say Habesha all day long. We don't like each other. And the funny thing is, y'all keep putting us in we're hyper represented in media right now, because in terms of like European beauty standards, Habesha girls are it. So every single black girl that you're choosing is Habesha, but Habesha girls don't even see themselves as black. So it's kind of fucked up, because there are real black American girls who see themselves as black, like Summer Walker or like Ryan Destiny, or like, I want to use Justine Skye so bad, but I can't, because in reality, Justine Skye is Jamaican. Y'all keep using like literal Caribbean and African girls and trying to paint them as black Americans. And it's fucked up, because like, yes, we are very pretty. We are very attractive. There's so many things about us that are great, but we aren't black American in terms of like what it means to be black. Like, you can put us in a slot as a black girl, but I can't describe to you, like, Habeshas do not see themselves as black. If you're a white girl watching this, you can forever be like a Karen and be like, they're black because they're not white, but like, Habesha girls don't see themselves as black. They see themselves as like Habesha. So it has nothing to do with being European. It has nothing to do with being Latina. It has nothing to do with being black. It's like, we are Habesha. It's a new term. It's like, it's a whole identity. It's not just an identity though. It's literally like countries and territory, like sand and land and culture. That's distinct. And y'all don't understand that, because like, y'all have so little representation in terms of like black media that you don't even know that that's true. But the more, like, you'll get more over time and you'll see it, because I can't explain it. This is why also I think it's very interesting, because some of you guys see me and you're like, oh, she's the black, like, you're trying to use the grownish story of like Zoe and be like, oh yeah, Zoe can leave. Like, that's what y'all are missing. If this Zoe character gets tired of what's his face, whoever her boyfriend is right now, she could quite easily just dip out. fashion in terms of trends and real fashion is not really popping in America. It's popping in Europe. Zoe can go to Europe, and if y'all haven't noticed, like right now, high fashion models are in Paris Fashion Week, London Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week is like number 5 on the list. It's not the top of the list. It's a big world out there. Laura Harrier right now is in Italy. She's not even she's talking about how she's wishing for Popeyes, but she's not coming back. Halle Bailey has been filming in Europe for the last year. This is content that American girls all over America are watching, but it's not really happening in America. And it's definitely not a black American experience. Like, y'all got it twisted. You're just not paying attention. So, like I said, I want to be that representation of the black girl who goes to Germany, shows you guys what it's like there. I am that public education bitch. I want the standard economy class ticket experience. Now, don't get me wrong, because I was born with a silver spoon, and I probably should have the first class experience just because of how I look, what I have, maybe my nature, my culture, but I personally want to provide for myself an economy class ticket. And just to make a very clear distinction, some of y'all are coming from the developing world and you have no ticket. As in, like, you came here from a river, or you crossed here. You didn't cross here on a plane. You didn't immigrate on a plane. I'm talking about an immigration experience on a plane. Like the bitches who are coming from Ukraine and they just took a plane and they just sat at the border with pizza. That's the immigration experience that I'm living when I moved to Europe. It isn't some experience of like me crossing on a boat. Like, I mean, I'm gonna hack the system there just like I hacked it here. There's nothing. The economy class experience, the one I paid for myself with my own labor, it is available to anyone who is willing to do the work. If you are willing to show up to your 9 to 5 every day, and you are willing to trade your labor for dollars, American dollars, you can live this life. This same vlog that I'm making on my dollar with my champagne that I bought from Trader Joe's for $10, you can live it. And if you are interested in living it or having support doing it, make a comment on this video. I'd be willing to support you. I'll finance you with my own dollars. I'm not about them games. I'm about real shit. I don't play them games. I'm not fronting. I'm not one of those Karens who front like they're in Hollywood and that they're living a life of the rich and famous. Don't get me wrong. Like Taylor T. Swizzle and her private jet, that's real. She's not playing. That bitch really has money. Kendall Jenner and the Kardashians really be flying private jet. I'm not trying to pretend like they're not. All I'm saying is that they're not the only ones who have access to Fashion Week, closing a fashion show, and rocking couture dresses. I don't look like them. I don't talk like them. I don't interact with them. I don't follow them. I don't like them as humans. But I'm here. My experience is real. Nothing about this is fake. Every video that I've made for you is about my own experience. Maybe it wasn't edited. Maybe you don't like the content. Maybe you don't like me. It's fine. You don't have to. All I'm saying is that I really exist. And like, this is the economy ticket. You too can live this life. You're not going to be me though. That's another thing that I got to make clear. Like, there's certain things about genetics, like, I'm very attractive. Like, I don't know, you might be ugly watching this video, and then, yeah, you can't really move the way I move. So there's that, right? But, like, you could still, like, all the things that I bought tickets to myself, you can buy tickets to yourself. Like, I have that A+ subscription with AMC. It's in every city in America. So wherever you live, if you're in America, you could just, it's $26 a month, 24, something like that, $25 a month. Why don't you guys start making some content that's like what your impressions of these films were? The movies are out. Like, these are real experiences. You can like judge it. Let's talk about the films. Let's talk about the like, what do you think? You are alive, so you're having an experience. You're alive, so you're having an experience. I want to know what your experience is like, little black girl. What is it like? Little black boy, what is it like? Little gay person, like whoever you are, I care about what you think. Even if it's wrong, even if people are canceling you for it, fuck them. I want to know what you really think. Let's really talk about it. Don't be politically correct. Just be yourself. I really want to know what you really think. For real. I care. I don't know about how other people feel. I care though. I care. I care. I don't know how other niggas feel. Like, fuck the other niggas. I don't know. They are out here doing something else, trying to influence culture, whatever. If you have a Rent the Runway subscription and you believe you're a bad bitch, I would like to see the post for myself. Now, if the dress is giving, I'm giving points for the dress. If the face card is giving, I'm giving points for the face card. If the teeth are flashing, whatever it is that you got that is giving, I'm giving points for that. But I'm not giving points that aren't deserved. If you're out here being Rosalia, you're not getting points. Ugly bitches don't get points for face cards. Stop with that. Aoki Lee is not getting points for just being rich. Like, I'm sorry, girl. No, the face card is declined. You should really talk about your own privilege and all the shit that you had to help you get into Harvard at 16. Talk about that. Because the rest of us didn't have that experience. Other people had to bust their asses every day for every opportunity, and that wasn't your experience. So there are no black girls who relate to you at all. First of all, because most black people are not living an upper class experience. Most black girls are living a lower class experience, and you're not even black. So there's no black person who relates to you at all. It could be me, but I think you're ugly. So I'm on the opposite. Like, I'm over here, you're over there. I'm sorry, the face card is declined. If you want to ask me, I'd rather watch Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey was born with a silver spoon, and this bitch is gorgeous to the motherfucker. Lori Harvey, a yes. Aoki Simmons, a no. So, I mean, you can say what you want. Even if we're talking about the upper middle class experience, okay, like Issa Rae is a yes. Yara Shahidi is a yes. Zendaya, that's a lower middle class experience, but it's a no for me. Thuggin, it's a no for me. I'm sorry, I don't do piggy nose bitches. Feel your feelings, have your feelings. I don't give a shit. If you're talking about like the dark skinned girl experience, Chizzy, it's a yes. Lip gloss, it's a yes. Fab socialism, it's a yes. Mayawa, is that her name? Mayawa's World, it's a yes. Some of y'all other bitches who are trying to do soft life and like soft upper class life, it's not giving. Like, people who are actually doing mimosas on Sundays are too busy doing the mimosas to watch your content. So you're like faking, and no, who's believing it? Like, I could just go buy the mimosa. A mimosa costs $12. Let's put it out. A mimosa costs $12. If you've got $12, bitch, go out to a restaurant right now and go buy the mimosa for yourself. If all you have is the $12 and you're just trying to get that one experience for yourself, go enjoy that shit. Take your photo in slow-mo. Like, have your experience of drinking your one fucking mimosa if that's what you were looking for. But bitches are out here trying to make it seem like soft life, whatever the weekend shit. Are you joking? That's like 1 p.m. on a Friday. One mimosa? How many bottles of champagne have I had today? 6? Are you joking? Like, bitches are out here telling y'all lies. Things have a cost. 6 bottles of champagne, $60. if you got the stomach and $60, you know, who's stopping you, bitch? Go live.